Bengal, a region straddling eastern India and Bangladesh, is a land where rivers weave through emerald fields and the monsoon breathes life into the earth. But beyond the geography and the history, Bengal is also a meeting place of souls, where music has long served as a bridge between the human and the divine. Among the most enchanting musical traditions here are those rooted in Sufi mysticism, a spiritual path that seeks union with the divine through love, poetry, and song. The Sufi music traditions of Bengal are rich, diverse, and deeply intertwined with the region's cultural fabric. They echo through the courtyards of ancient shrines, the dusty lanes of rural villages, and the hearts of people seeking meaning beyond the ordinary. To begin unraveling this tapestry, one might start with Bangla Qawwali. Qawwali, known across South Asia as a devotional genre associated with Sufi Islam, takes on a distinct flavor in Bengal. Here, in the dargahs, Sufi shrines of Kolkata, Medinipur, Hooghly, Bardhaman, and the sprawling districts of the 24 Parganas, the air is often thick with the sounds of Bangla Qawwali. The music is more than performance. It is a ritual, a form of worship that transports both singer and listener to another realm. A typical Bangla Qawwali performance unfolds in a structured sequence. It begins with Hamd, a song in praise of God, followed by Naat, honoring the Prophet Muhammad. These are succeeded by the Call, which extols the virtues of Ali, cousin and son-in-law of the Prophet, and finally, the Mankabat, a heartfelt tribute to revered Sufi saints. Through this progression, the music weaves together threads of praise, longing, and surrender, inviting all who listen to partake in a communal experience of the sacred. Unlike the more widely known Qawwali styles of northern India and Pakistan, Bangla Qawwali often incorporates local linguistic nuances, melodic patterns, and rhythmic cycles, blending them with spiritual poetry. The lyrics, sometimes drawn from Persian or Urdu sources and translated into Bengali, are imbued with metaphors of love, separation, and the yearning to reunite with the beloved, a term that, in Sufi tradition, refers to God. The music is typically accompanied by harmonium, tabla, dhol, and hand claps, creating a rhythmic momentum that builds towards ecstatic crescendos. The collective singing, call-and-response patterns, and the repetition of sacred phrases serve not just to entertain, but to induce a state of spiritual intoxication, where the ego dissolves and the listener is transported closer to the divine. Yet, the Sufi music of Bengal is not confined to the urban shrines. It pulses through the rural heartlands, where the Sufi fakirs and bauls carry forward ancient traditions of mystical song. The fakirs, often itinerant musicians, are bearers of a living heritage. Their performances, like those captured in the album Introducing Sufi Fakirs of Bengal, reveal a world where music is both prayer and philosophy. Artists like Akas Fakir, Gholam Fakir, and Arman Fakir, sometimes joined by Baul singers such as Arati Biswas, infuse their music with deep devotion. Their instruments are simple but evocative: lutes, flutes, hand drums, and above all, the human voice, which soars and dips like a bird searching for its home. Perhaps the most iconic of these instruments is the ektara, a one-stringed drone that produces a hypnotic resonance. The ektara is often paired with the kartal, a type of finger cymbal, and the banshi, a bamboo flute. Together with the sarinda, a traditional fiddle, and the Bangla dhol, a double-headed drum, these instruments create a sonic landscape that is at once earthy and ethereal. The music, as documented in field recordings like Murshidi and Sufi songs by Deben Bhattacharya, is raw and unfiltered, capturing the immediacy of devotion as it is lived and breathed in the villages of Bengal and Bangladesh. The lyrics of the Fakir songs are steeped in mysticism, drawing upon the teachings of Sufi saints, folk poets, and spiritual visionaries. They explore themes of love, loss, and the soul's quest for liberation. A recurring motif is the search for the eternal beloved, a journey that transcends religious and social boundaries. The fakirs often sing in a dialect that blends Bengali with Persian, Arabic, and even Sanskrit influences, reflecting centuries of cultural exchange along the Silk Roads and river routes of Bengal. Woven into the fabric of Sufi musical tradition is the Baul movement, a phenomenon unique to Bengal. The Bauls are wandering minstrels, easily recognized by their flowing robes, uncut hair, and the ektara slung across their shoulders. Though their numbers are few, their cultural significance is immense. In 2005, the Baul tradition was recognized by UNESCO as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Bauls are both musicians and philosophers, blending Sufi ideas with elements of Vaishnavism, a devotional strand of Hinduism that emphasizes love and surrender to God. Baul songs are not merely religious hymns, they are philosophical treatises set to music. The lyrics often speak of the Moner Manush, or the man of the heart, the inner divinity present within every human being. Baul philosophy rejects dogma, ritual, and social hierarchy, advocating instead a direct and personal relationship with the divine. Their music celebrates universal love, tolerance, and the unity of all creation. It is said that to be a Baul is to be mad with the love of God, to wander the world in search of the eternal within the transient. The Baul tradition is inherently syncretic. It draws freely from Sufi mysticism, Buddhist teachings, and Hindu devotionalism, creating a worldview that is inclusive and compassionate. The Bauls sing of the futility of external rituals, urging listeners to look within for the spark of the divine. Their gatherings, known as akras, are places where people of all backgrounds can come together in song, dance, and contemplation. The music is spontaneous, improvisational, and deeply participatory, with listeners often joining in the chorus or clapping along to the rhythm. What sets the Sufi music of Bengal apart is its ability to transcend boundaries of religion, language, and geography. In a region marked by historical tensions and divisions, these traditions offer a vision of unity and hope. The Sufi fakirs and bauls remind us that the deepest truths cannot be confined to words or doctrines. They are felt in the resonance of a song, the silence between notes, the shared experience of longing and love. To listen to collections such as Introducing Sufi Fakirs of Bengal or the field recordings of Murshidi and Sufi songs is to embark on a journey into the heart of Bengal's spiritual landscape. The voices captured in these albums are not polished or studio perfect. They are weathered by time, shaped by hardship, and illuminated by faith. They sing of saints and lovers, of rivers and fields, of the pain of separation and the joy of reunion. Each song is a testament to the enduring power of music as a vehicle for spiritual transformation. The legacy of Sufi music in Bengal is not static. It continues to evolve, drawing new generations into its fold. Urban musicians experiment with fusions of Qawwali, Baul, and contemporary genres, while village fakirs and bauls carry on ancient practices, adapting to changing times without losing sight of their roots. Festivals, workshops, and cultural exchanges ensure that these traditions remain vibrant, relevant, and accessible to all who seek them. At its core, the Sufi music of Bengal is an invitation, a call to look beyond the surface of things and to seek the divine in all aspects of life. It is a reminder that, in the words of a famous Baul song, "The treasure you seek is within you." Through haunting melodies, poetic lyrics, and the communal act of singing, these traditions offer solace, inspiration, and a glimpse of the infinite. In the bustling streets of Kolkata, the quiet villages of the Sundarbans, and the countless shrines that dot the landscape, the songs of the fakirs, qawwals, and bauls continue to echo, carrying forward a message of love, unity, and spiritual freedom that is as relevant today as it was centuries ago.